Look.
Listen.
Taylor. Welcome, everybody. It's episode 119 of Look, Listen, Cast. There's all sorts of people here. Me, Geese Peep, Taylor.
Hi.
Say it 4 times, Geese.
This is
Hi.
This is a podcast about Pokemon and other things, and this week we're going to discuss an episode of Horizons. That's right, we're back in the grind, even though I kind of want to talk about the Chansey Poketoon. Liko, Dot, and Roy have adventures that need discussing, so that's what we're going to do today. Guys, don't even act like we have time. You know my stance on pleasantries, first of all.
Let's
Let's
hate
go
being
straight
pleasant.
into the wrap-up.
Straight into the wrap-up, that's right. Taylor, please introduce the biggest segment this week, probably even bigger than Let's talk about an episode of Pokemon of the Week. Let's get into Geese of the Week. Let's peep in on Geese.
Well, peep in on Geese. What's peeping with you?
That's not the title, guys. What is it? What's
Peeping in on Geese.
Peeping in with Geese.
No, peeping in
I thought it
on
was
Geese.
On Geese.
Yeah.
Peeping in on Geese,
You don't peep.
Sounds illegal.
No, you don't peep with somebody.
Yeah, you grab your binoculars and you peep on someone.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. Geese Peep, please.
I love getting peeped on.
All right, let's hear what you did this week, Geese Peep, please. Please start off strong. This week.
Da 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 da.
It's the Big Apple.
We went to the Big Apple. That's right. Sin City.
Is that Las Vegas, Nevada, Geese Peep?
Yes.
Please tell me all about it, because right now it sounds like you didn't go and you're lying.
Who's to say? It was fun. Guys, look.
Listen.
Did we win big?
What?
No.
We won plenty at Baccarat and some Wheel of Fortune.
But we lost a lot.
Not
the
a
real
lot.
loss. No, the real losses were the friends we made along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to plus all the free upgrades and everything. So
That's true. I'm bad at explaining. Can you explain, Michael?
sure, I'll take over Geese of the Week. What's new with Geese?
I'm giving
mice.
you permission.
I just said mice.
Yes, Taylor, thank you. Shouts out
What's going on with Geese this week?
Shouts out to all the mice. Oh, I didn't add the mice. Guys, Geese Peep and I went to Las Vegas. She's never been before. We did it all. She bet on the Oilers and won $5. She should have bet $2,000 and won thousands.
What happened?
Guys, gambling is a gamble. That's what I
Geese-
say.
Question from the audience.
Yes.
How do you feel about gambling?
She was having fun.
It scares me, but you just have to accept like this money could go either way. Could lose it, could win it back, could win more. Gambling is like yoga. That's what I say. Quote me on that.
She won plenty of money on Baccarat and Wheel of Fortune. It's fine. But I've wanted to go to the Las Vegas Sphere for so long. Still haven't pulled that off. Went to Omega Mart. Taylor likes Omega Mart.
I love Omega Mart.
I didn't do as good of a job explaining it as Shelly does. And also, it was completely packed and we couldn't do anything. We went golfing with the boys, Steven and Tone Zone, and I've never touched a golf club in my life. So my arms and body were so sore from bad form and missing the golf ball over and over again.
Still hurts. It
What
wasn't
are
like
you doing golfing?
we weren't golfing. We went to like Top Golf. It was
That's still golfing.
It's atomic
It's like a
golf. We
range.
should have gone bowling, but the food was delicious. We'll talk about that and Lookin, play, and eating my week. We saw Steven and Shelly. That was fun. Bagel Cafe, lots of fun. Went to the Pinball Hall of Fame, Geese Peep. Look at her hat. She's wearing Pinball Hall of Fame hat.
Wow.
the Star Trek Next Generation machine was not working, which was unfortunate, but I did get to play an Elvira machine. But when we originally came, we saw an Elvira machine and it said out of order, and I almost lost it because that was the one thing I was looking forward to.
Her most exciting thing about Las Vegas was playing this Elvira pinball machine in the Pinball Hall of Fame, and we go straight to it and it says out of order. Oh, that would have been fun. Steven took us to Ellis Island Casino for his favorite prime rib, and he's been looking forward to it all week, doing all these extra runs to eat it, and he shows up and they say, "Sir, we're out of prime rib for the night." And the boy almost cried. It was terrible.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But no one got COVID, you said?
No, I didn't. Geese Pete, you got COVID?
No, I didn't.
That's
so
sick. That's not sick, I should say. That's great. That's lucky for you two.
Taylor, I don't know why you get COVID when you go to Las Vegas. That's weird. Guys, we went to the Waldorf Astoria because guess what? They built a Whataburger right inside it. The closest Whataburger to here. And oh my God, this was so sick. We show up here in classic Las Vegas fashion in a taxi cab. We show up and they say, "Oh, yes, your reservation, of course. Actually, we have a free upgrade for you. Why don't we put you in the Panorama Suite?" And it was such a fancy room. So expensive. And I'm only paying like $100 bones off a Priceline for it. I couldn't believe it.
What would you compare the experience staying there to? Something like a little more standard, like the Venetian?
Here's the thing, Taylor. Guys, I'm sorry that Geese's Geese the Week's running a little long this week, but let me just tell you, there's been studies done on people when they receive conflicting information in their brain. When you mess with someone's belief system, it really goofs them. So, Taylor, my entire life, I've always thought of Venetian as height of luxury, the fanciest you could ever have. Okay, so we go to Waldorf Astoria, way fancier room than Venetian. And then after we leave then and then go to the Venetian for one night, because it was the only reasonably priced night, it's such a dinky room in comparison, and my brain is going, this information doesn't work in my head.
Listen. Venetian is the best. It's just super good quality, high quality to price ratio, convenient location as well, which is real important if you're not driving in Vegas, because Vegas is a mess to navigate. And you can't name a hotel the Waldorf Astoria and not have it be the height of luxury. Like, there should have been caviar in your bed.
Guys,
we had a concierge on
chauffeur.
Message. Well, also we had someone who we could text and be like,
"Yes,
sir, please."
We had our own person we could text, and I was like walking to the room, and this like man ran up and said, "Sir, is there anything I can do for you?" And I said, "I guess we need some ice." And he was like, "Yes, of course."
Oh,
giant living room, giant hallway to get to living room, giant closet for concierge closet just to put things in so they don't disturb you. You go through the giant, unbelievably air-conditioned living room with giant couch, enormous lights and TVs, and the since it's a panorama view suite, it's at the corner, so you get like a 180-degree view of the Strip, and you hold down these buttons to open the blinds all sick, and this giant ad for Taco Bell's going. It's right by the Aria, and it's super sick.
So you can see an ad for Taco Bell whenever you want?
Any second you want.
Oh, wow.
We can look down in the pool. Fancy bathroom with a full, what do you call it? The tub that's just in the middle of the room?
It's the Triton tub.
Just a 3-clawed tub or something right in the middle?
You had a claw-footed tub?
It was
it wasn't claw-footed. It was just a big tub.
A big tub, a giant shower you could walk in, invite the whole gang, everybody, come on in.
What? Guys, here's the thing about luxury hotels. They love having the bathroom door glass. They really do love doing that.
The door to enter the resting facilities?
Okay, so like it was in the bathroom, but like it was like a separate room in the bathroom, but the door was glass.
Was it like frosted glass?
Yeah, it's frosted.
It was frosted glass, but
Frosted.
still, like
okay. So I don't know what happened when we were in Amsterdam. I like my Hamster Man. Yeah, when we were there, there was a light that you couldn't turn off in the bathroom. So when you turned off the light in the actual hotel, you could only see the bathroom light, which was just a spotlight on whoever was sitting on the commode because it was frosted glass. And I was like, who designed this?
It's so good. So, I mean, technically, you could tell people to go sit in the living room because there's a full door that separates the living room and the
butler's
master
corridor.
bedroom. Yeah, but we did have our own show for Raul. Shouts out Raul for driving us to the Venetian for free.
Ooh.
Yeah, we drove us to the other hotel we were staying at.
Oh wow,
nice. It's sick.
It's like that's like your husband dropping off your boyfriend or whatever the internet is saying.
Huh? We also, with Stephen and Shelley, went to Museum of Illusions. Sort of fun, but half of it, or maybe 75% of it, Taylor, was just the stuff you saw in second grade. Oh, which line is bigger?
For a second, I thought you were going to say half of it or 75% of it wasn't even real. And I was like, yeah, that's right. That's my problem whenever people try to sell me on magic, like professional magic. Not The Gathering.
Oh!
Every time I just think of somebody like me spending $100 going to this show and I get to see a 42-year-old using card tricks. And I'm just thinking, that's not for me. I'm sure it's for a lot of people.
Geese Beep, do you remember the magician or whoever we saw the ad for? And he dresses and his hair looks like he's 20, but his face is 70.
Big divorced dad energy.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the name?
I don't recall. But I say we did win plenty on the slots, had lots of fun. Pinball, I've been wanting to play. I sit down. First time I try, I win $100.
And when you say pinball, we're talking about the slot machine pinballs.
Yeah, there's a slot machine called...
That's very different.
There's a slot machine named Pinball. And the first time I tried it, I won $100. And ever since then, trying to chase that pinball, we lost a lot on pinball.
I have a pinball addiction. Well, I mean, it's gambling. I guess I have a gambling addiction, but pinball.
No, but the Waldorf Astoria had very good cold brew, and Geese Peep was nice enough to let me charge the cold brew to the room, and she bought me one cold brew, which was nice. Also, the burger at Atomic Golf was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yum, yum, yum. But yeah, Whataburger, absolutely delicious. So overpriced on the Strip because Raisins isn't doing that. Raisins are so many locations. They still charge normal prices. But the Whataburger on the Strip, Taylor, I mean, it's still worth it. It was very delicious. But they're charging like 8 bones for a taquito and $13 for a cheeseburger.
Oh my God. I'll bet it has something to do with them being based. Aren't they only in Texas?
No, they're in Arizona. There's a couple other locations.
There must be something for that being an outlier location, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's, and I mean, just God, think about the real estate cost. My God, but there was
in the Waldorf Astoria. That I can't get over that name being real and not being like the name of somebody in Anna Karenina or something. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because everybody in Las Vegas, when we say that, they're like, "Oh my God, I love the Waldorf Astoria. It's so sick."
We got picked up in an Uber to go to Omega Mart, and he was like, "Oh, staying at the Waldorf Astoria, you must be making like the big bucks." And we were like, "No, sir, no."
Because he said, "Oh, I'd love to stay, but it's thousands of dollars a night." And I said, "Well, Priceline got me in there for $100 somehow." And then we got the free upgrade. So very, very sick.
We went swimming.
Yeah, we swam in multiple pools. Taylor, you and I have been to that tiny secret hideaway pool in the Venetian by the Bouchon. Did you know they have 45 other pools?
Yes.
Yeah, we went to those.
Sick. It was a maze.
They're great.
There's so many pools. We just kept walking until we found our own private ones.
That's the sickest part of the Venetian. You no matter what, you can swim and it never feels crowded.
Well, you get to the Palazzo side, it gets pretty crowded. But we did our own. But it was very sick. Also, shouts out to the man in the Whataburger. So many people from Texas in there. It's funny. It's like the Japanese people who come as tourists and only eat Japanese restaurants. You have all these Texans in here. A dude with this Hispanic dude with a big giant Texas tattoo on his neck with the Astros logo, Texas. But this other dude saw my Coco Ichibanya shirt and went, "Oh my God," because he'd only eaten there in Tokyo and he had to take pictures of me and he was losing.
Oh, that's sick. Were you wearing your Grimace hat?
No.
Such a missed opportunity.
Well.
Yeah, I even brought mine. I made him buy me this hat that I'm wearing, the pinball hat, because I was like, we were going to pinball and I was like, "Oh, am I going to need a hat or going to be outside?" And Michael was like, "No, you'll be fine." And then Michael's like, all right, time to walk 40 minutes outside.
So there's something about Michael you need to know. He doesn't do this with me because of the just surgery rewards card that I have. But he'll sneak in a 25-minute walk.
First of all, no. There's lies going everywhere. Get on to Steve. Steven's the one that had us walk in 5 minutes and then an additional 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Steven doesn't even care. He doesn't even...
No, guys, Geese is getting the story all wrong. I would have been happy to take her in any Uber, any direction. She volunteered and said, oh, no, it's fine. And we did walk all the way from Pinball Hall of Fame south of, is it south? Yeah. South of the Mandalay Bay by the Las Vegas sign. We walked all the way from Pinball Hall of Fame up to Venetian.
So far.
It is.
We
saw so many properties. She loved it.
I was happy to do it because he got me this hat to protect my sensitive lily white skin from the sun.
Are lilies white, or would it be like orchid white?
Lilies are white.
First of all, both lilies and orchids can be different colors. But like lilies are traditionally like thought of as white.
Guys, we had a wonderful time. I'm sure Geese people post stories on her personal Instagram that's private, so I guess you can't see. I'm sorry.
It is private.
Geese will look at pictures on her phone. Imagine her doing that.
I have to say, the Waldorf Astoria was one of the fanciest places I've ever stayed, and now my expectations for hotels right up top.
Through the roof.
Through the roof. So
Geese, you got to go to Turkey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Guys, on that note of Turkey, we had a wonderful time in Las Vegas. We'll probably think of some more stuff to say soon. Let's move on to Watch and Play and Eaten of the Week. I am so excited to tell you two, because you're not going to believe me. I watched the two films Anora and Venom Last Dance. Why
are you lying?
Let me quickly say Venom Last Dance, lots of fun. Fun movie. I love symbiotes. Why wouldn't that be fun? Anora, this is by Sean Baker, the man who brought you The Florida Project, the man who brought you Red Rocket and Tangerine, I think. Now, look, is this man capable of making a film that's not emotionally devastating? I don't think so.
Probably not.
I will say Anora is not as emotionally devastating as Florida Project and
what is
Florida Project and Red Rocket. So maybe you can survive watching the film. But it won the Palme d'Or, so clearly it's good. Here's what I have to say about these two movies. You're not going to believe me. I already told Geese Beep the entire plot of Anora. Keep in mind, I watched these the day after, or excuse me, less than 48 hours after I get back from Las Vegas. Because I went to Las Vegas and immediately flew back and went straight to work.
Wait, let me guess. The guy who took a picture of you for wearing the Coco Ichiban shirt was in the audience for Anora.
That'd be hilarious. But no, Anora, the entire plot is two people get married in Las Vegas. Venom The Last Dance, the entire plot is everybody goes to Las Vegas. And they're playing on the Wheel of Fortune machine. Yes, I'm telling you, you're not going to believe me. They're literally like half the movie is they're in the Paris casino, while Venom and Tom Hardy are playing the slot machine in the Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
That's really funny, too, because when we were in Vegas, I did get eloped to Venom. Remember? Yeah. Do you remember that?
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And the little chapel they get married in Anora is the chapel we walked past. So very, very amusing. I can't believe it happened, but it did. Pretty much discussed my eaten of the week already, actually. I really want to eat Javier's one day, but it's expensive. Maybe next year. It's just really fancy, good Mexican food, but one day, guys.
Okay, so we went to Aria, where that is, and I played Wheel of Fortune, and I did win $40, but we looked at the menu, and it wasn't enough for dinner.
Well, also, yeah, I don't think your Tumbo was well enough to eat.
Oh, yeah. Like, every time I travel, the Tumbo, she wasn't great. I pooped once for that entire span that I was there, which was not enough.
Probably because of that glass bathroom door.
Probably.
Well, here's the thing. I could have just told him to go into the separate room, which I was going to do, but
what, you're gonna punish him by making him stand in the butler's pantry?
Yes.
Butler's pantry. Okay, Geese Beep, what would you like to discuss this week in your Watch and Play and Eating? Because there's something here. It seems mysterious to me.
I played this game, Web Fishing, which originally was made during like a game jam session in like 8 hours or something, but they cleaned it up and like kind of added more stuff to it. And it's on Steam for $5. And it's basically like Animal Crossing. You're a little creature, you're a cat or a dog, and you go fishing basically. And you can either play like offline, private island with your friends, or like go to like a multiplayer kind of place. And it's just like really relaxing and a good thing to do in the background while you like watch hockey.
Interesting.
Geese, do you enjoy real fishing?
No.
Did you get the joke?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Also, something I forgot to mention. When Geese Pete bet on the Oilers to win, I bet $20 on the Dodgers to win the first World Series game, and they won, and I was losing it, and I was celebrating with all these kids next to us who were ripping off their shirts, getting excited about the Dodgers to win. And then I go to the machine where you cash out your bets, and turns out I accidentally made a bet for number of runs scored, not who would win.
This man, when he found out that there was sports betting, he ran to the machine and placed the bet so fast, obviously did not pay attention.
I've never done it before. How am I supposed to know what's going on, guys?
It's the World Series right now?
Yeah, yes. The Dodgers are really winning. Everybody in Los Angeles is going
I didn't even know it was baseball season.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? I shouldn't act surprised. This happens to me every year.
Taylor, why don't you tell us what's going on here? Watching, playing, eating of the week.
As far as watching goes, I'm going to do a throwback Thursday to our trip to Turkey, where instead of watching all of the shows and movies that I had on our list, we just watched all of the Equalizer movies.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Now listen. Okay.
Look.
I love Denzel Washington. I adore the man. We
have the same birthday.
Oh, that's good.
January 14th?
Probably. Oh, wait, actually, let me double check that. Maybe that's
you don't know your own birthday, Geese? How embarrassing.
Guys. Keep going, sorry.
You threw him off. Way to go, Geese. The boy will never recover his Denzel speech.
Dang it, no. It was my sister's birthday.
No.
Oh, you got your birthday and your sister's birthday confused.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
It's okay. I forget I'm born in August all the time. So I love watching Denzel Washington. Very charismatic person. He has he elevates pretty much everything he's in. Makes it real fun to watch. In an action role, when you're like 70 years old, there's only so much you can do. And so many times you can have 19-year-olds with guns who put the gun 4 inches from your face and hold it down a little bit so it looks like you're taking it from them. But it's very silly. It plays like a bad YouTube movie when you look at the action sequences.
Guys.
And they should have done what they did, not necessarily in all of Better Call Saul, but a lot of the Mike Ehrmantraut scenes in that were just him meticulously planning things.
Yeah.
And that's what you should do if you're 70, 80, or however old Denzel Washington.
80-year-old Denzel. Taylor, do you remember last time we were in Las Vegas and we studied on how to play Pai Gow? And we watched those YouTube videos, and then no one was running the game.
Yeah.
These people and I saw 15 Pai Gow tables at every single casino, just ready for people to play. I thought, great.
The worst thing is, we did all that preparatory work, and because we didn't immediately implement it, I can't remember anything about Pai Gow.
You just make two hands, one with a smaller hand, one with a bigger hand. And what's nice about the games...
Like a crab.
Yeah, exactly like a crab. Well, the good thing about the games they run in Las Vegas is it's face-up Pai Gow, meaning you can't make a mistake. Because when you're just looking at your cards, you can literally lose money when you should have won by choosing the wrong cards. But it's face-up, they'll just tell you, no, do that. And that's much better. Taylor, please continue with your alligators or Mama Sue's or what's going on here? Metaphor? Refund?
Oh, yeah. While you two were off enjoying your lives, I had to go to San Marcos for
Texas.
A nice little dive. Yeah, in Texas. So I did a nice, fun little dive, and Guncan wanted to wear a lighter wetsuit, and we didn't have enough weights for both of us. I decided, you know what? I can dive with much less weight, and I don't know if there are any divers listening, but I fully deflated my dry suit, and the entire 45-minute dive was me with no air in my lungs, trying to exhale as much as I can, because I just kept floating to the surface because I was severely underweighted. So at one point I grabbed onto a metal rod, and I'm pretty sure I lightly passed out while I was underwater.
Oh my God.
Miserable dive. But there were alligator gar everywhere. There were tiny little baby turtles all over the place. 'Tis the season in San Marcos.
Sounds like a Pokemon. I think we all know how Taylor will perish.
Yep.
It's going to be diving.
Oh, diarrhea. Oh, diving, yeah.
Diarrhea.
I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I feel like a bowel movement's gonna take me out.
You ever faint on a toilet?
No, but I have had so many. What Michael was talking about the other day. I've had so many instances of my legs completely going numb, and me going, "Well, it's about time. I can't really feel my legs," and my legs are like, "No, we're not. No, I refuse."
I fainted on the toilet, and that's why I didn't go to Vegas last year.
Oh, because you didn't want to go out like Elvis because he was faint. Didn't he die in Vegas or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Peanut butter, banana sandwiches
On the toilet, I hear.
Yep.
Unless that was like an urban legend.
Nah, it's probably real. Taylor, what is Mama Soo's? Is that food?
So it's not called Mama Soo's. It's called Taiwan Bowl. But this lady we started going to 4 years ago. She has a little shop in San Marcos, and they serve Taiwanese food. She has such outrageous, overbearingly positive customer service that she had a 5-star rating consistently for years. Just 5 stars as a restaurant in a college town. Mm-hmm. And I was completely shocked. And she would come up, and she remembers that we're driving from Houston every time. So we go there, and her tofu is outrageously good. I eat as much as I possibly can every time. I want to know who gave her the first non-5-star review. Because it has to be thousands of 5 stars. And what, 1 4-star? Who's going to look at a review and like a review history, see that somebody is perfect and is like, I'm the one that's going to ruin this.
Dang.
Very good food. Fantastic food. She's doing great. That's about it. Oh, I forgot to mention, one of our very good couple friends gave birth. So in the middle of the night, I had to go to the hospital, and she had started labor.
So you had to push because you were the doctor on call?
Baby.
Oh, God. I wish. We all wish I was a doctor. Actually, I don't know that I would be a good doctor. I don't think I could be that serious all the time.
I was in a play called The Good Doctor once. I was a dentist.
Ah, that's funny.
Okay, guys, are we ready to move on to Pokémon news?
Well, yeah, we're ready to move on to Pokémon.
We're going to go backwards because it uploaded backwards. Taylor, good news for you. Cerebi update reports Niantic has detailed some changes to Gigantamax battles in Pokemon Go, including a change in difficulty, because Taylor, please take it away.
I have been keeping up with so many of the Gigantamax posts, and I just decided, this is a rare one for me. I didn't even decide to try it, because every single gym had Gigantamax battles, and every post I was reading on YouTube, on the Pokemon Go subreddit, everywhere, everyone was just saying, oh, we failed this with 20 people. And I'm looking around as every single power spot in the city is hosting a Gigantamax raid. And I'm thinking, what do they want from us? I don't have a troop of 25 people following me around from power spot to power spot.
Joe Cerebi, Joe Merrick was even tweeting directly to Niantic saying, guys, it's not feasible for 20 people to all have perfect counters, max stats, everything, to be able to defeat these Gigantamax people. This isn't fun. Nobody's pulling it off.
The funny thing was that even if you managed to do that, to get a Pokemon that's almost exclusively used to do more Dynamax fighting, you don't even get better rewards. You get this giant village to come with you to do a Gigantamax raid. You barely beat it. You spend hundreds of thousands of Stardust, max and everything out, doing all of this work. And then they're like, oh, hey, here's a golden raspberry and a revive.
And can like run away too? You might not even catch them?
I heard a lot of people say that they were having stuff run from them. If they were even able to beat it. So I just didn't even engage in the frustrating
insane.
Event.
Good thing they're changing the difficulty. Also, in Cerebi update, the next 7-star Terra Raid battle has been fully revealed. You can battle against Dark Terra type for Alligator. Runs from November 1st through the 3rd, and again a week later from November 9th through November 10th. So have fun with that.
I have one thing to say about Pokemon Go, because there's a lot to say about that game. I wish that in addressing difficulty and rewards, I wish they would let more people do things remotely and then just give them additional incentives to do things in person.
That's what Joe Cerebi said. He said, stop fighting remote raiding. Let people remote raid. It's not the bad guy. Let him.
Yeah. And then just give them better rewards for doing things in person. So it still encourages people to get out and walk.
Or remember what it used to be? Oh, you're battling in person. You have a bit of a strength boost then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly.
All right, guys. I think it's time for us to discuss an episode of
Pokemon. Oh.
Yep. That's right. It's episode 69 of Horizons in the new season, Rayquaza Rising. Somebody's got to tell me what happened last time on Pokemon. Taylor, take it away.
Previously on Pokemon. The stage is set for the rest of the show. The Voyager... It's not Voyagers. Gosh darn, what's it called? The Explorers are beginning their voyage to get the rest of the Heroes of Light.
Yeah, they're playing
they're
on
not
the
the
ship.
Explorers.
No.
Right, because the Explorers
are the
evil
bad
organization.
guys.
The Rising Volt Tacklers are beginning their expedition to rescue the heroes.
Yep, Deep Space Nine. All right, cool. Geese Peep, would you please tell us the name of today's episode in English?
I'm a Pokemon and you're me.
Or in Japanese, Boku ga Pokémon de, Kimi ga boku. Geese Peep, what's your one sentence synopsis this week?
Freaky Friday Festival Fun Times.
That's exactly nice.
What bonus points for alliteration there, Geese. Nice job,
buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kitakami, here we come. Oh my God, the setting of the first DLC of Scarlet and Violet. Are you kidding me? On the border of Johto?
This was like a very weird beginning to an episode because it almost had a fake out for the episode intro. And I just kept thinking the whole time, oh, did I skip one? Because it wasn't a seamless from last episode to this one.
Yeah.
Much like the opening of the DLC, we're going to land and then hop on a bus to Masui Town. In the games, you see, Taylor, there's one schoolmate. You fly from Paldea to Kitakami, and one kid gets all nauseous on the bus. So somebody should have given him some Tumbo Sniffers. Oh my God, guys. Nobody's in this town. What is going on? Oh, thank goodness there's an old lady here to help. Miss Old Lady, it's us, the Rising Volt Tacklers, all 17 of us. Do you know this mysterious woman, Briar? You know, from the DLC, who's always hunting Terrapagos and whatnot?
They show a picture of her, and I aspire to have that kind of look.
Oh yeah, that hair and those
hair,
earrings.
The earrings, the glamour.
Yeah, she has a whole look going. Turns out everybody's at the big festival. If there's one thing Kitakami loves, it's a festival. With their delicious, world-famous apples, with their masks, with the yukata. Oh my God, let's all go. We see in this festival, because it cuts to the festival, already nighttime?
Yeah, it seems like that kind of festival.
Right.
Very spooky.
Nah. We see a Bronzor, a Jotonian Wooper, a Duskull, a Poochyena, a Corphish, and a Rillaboom drumming away for the big festival. Also, Geese Peep, did you see the Ludicolo and the Sensu-style Oricorio dancing?
I did, and I even wrote Oricorio.
Good work, Geese Peep. Taylor, did you see how sick Frito's looks in his yukata and hair?
Looks so sick.
Frito's looks incredible.
When they first show up to the festival and the music starts playing and they start chatting, I was like, this has big Avatar The Last Airbender vibes.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Oreos has her hair down. Everybody's in their little Kitakami yukata. It's everybody. The whole crew is here. And oh my God, it's Carmine. Yes, that's right, the teenage girl. And she's got her famous Sinistjaw. Oh my God, the new Pokemon introduced in the DLC. that's sort of like Poltegeist Geese Peep, but instead is green tea instead of black tea. Okay, guys, here's the thing. Fritos wants to investigate this Sinistcha. It is a rare Pokemon. It's only from this region, really. And he asked Carmine if he can take a look. But look, Carmine says that if he wants to take a look at her Pokemon, he's got to beat her in all these Carnival Festival games. And he says, easy clap. Everybody go have fun in the festival. Roy and Crocolore decide to take a look at some tasty treats, Taylor. But they seem to stumble down kind of a dark and spooky alley to a secret hidden stall.
I'm confused because they go down this alley because they smell something, and then the smell disappears, but they never addressed what that smell was.
The smell was just the food they walked past.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was like luring them.
No.
Yeah, that was a flimsy reason for them to go down.
It makes sense in Japanese.
So spoiler alert, or spoiler warning. After this episode, I'm a giant fan of Crocolore.
He's sick.
He's the best of the evolved starters.
So anyway, Roy and Crocolore, they see his mystery stall. There's a strange device. Wait a second. I recognize that device from the DLC. That's a synchro machine. Fun fact, I completely forgot about the synchro machine because when I first saw it, I was like the suspicious man who popped up out of nowhere. And I thought, God, I recognize this from somewhere. What is it? But it's just in the DLC, you can assume direct control of a Pokemon if you use the synchro machine. So it's kind of fun. And it makes sense that they're in the DLC region. So Suspicious Man appears in a dark, spooky section, and oh my God, it's a synchro machine.
He's like, kids love toys, and there's a festival going on, so I'm going to have this stall and just put this obvious toy on it to lure the children.
And every time he tries to use it, it doesn't work. But then, Taylor, both Roy and Crocolore touch it, and what happens?
They swap brains.
Oh, it's a body swap episode. Time for a theme song. We're back from the theme song. Quaxwell wins a fishing minigame. That was fun. Terrapago's being mischievous. Geese Peep. He almost fell in the water.
Love to see it.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if a turtle fell in the water.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
It would be.
Guys, here's the problem. Roy and Crocolore, they can't seem to swap back. The device isn't working. Crocolore's in Roy's body, just saying his name, and he runs off. Just runs away. Roy, in Crocolore's body, chases after him, but he can't run with his little legs, so he has to run on all fours.
He
loves it.
I was laughing so hard whenever I heard Crocolore speaking. Just watching that animal or that Pokemon speak was just chef's kiss moment. I was cracking up.
They're trying to not. Has the guy already told the Roy and Crocolore not to tell anybody?
I think he tells them that pretty fast.
Yeah, because I'm confused in my notes because I've already reached the commercial break 3 seconds after the theme song. Is that what happens in the episode? Okay, sick.
They put the commercial break really far forward in the episode.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, oh God, the kids have already spotted Roy. Commercial break. We're back to the commercial break. Roy Gator explains the situation to Dot and Liko, that they've swapped bodies. We then cut to Frito's beating Carmine, and she's not accepting the loss, Taylor. So she names more games that they have to play. Meanwhile, Murdoch approaches all the kids, and they must be thrilled. What does Murdoch promise for every single child?
Treats.
He's going to treat them all immediately. Any food, toy you want. Right after discussing, we got to play this cool, Roy, in the Crocolore body. Roy in Crocolore's body yells out, "Yatta!" in perfect Japanese. And Murdoch becomes a little bit concerned. Why is that Pokemon speaking?
Also, it's important for Murdoch promises them treats. The kids all like huddle and they're like, we can't tell anyone. No one else must know. And I'm like, why don't you tell the adults what's going on?
Because otherwise you wouldn't have a little cartoon plot. I don't know why they don't just let them know. Synchro machine, I guess they're not familiar with it, but it's perfectly acceptable. Nobody's going to get in trouble.
Or just stand next to the guy with the machine.
Yeah. Well, anyway, The Crocolore in Roy's body really wants a candy apple. And oh, look, a little Diplin hands them all out. Oh, that's so adorable. And then Roy Gator accidentally breathes fire on it to make a baked candy apple. Oh my God, Murdoch loses it.
He was losing his mind, as if he has never applied heat to an apple.
Yeah.
It was a really funny sequence, to be fair.
There's actually a couple funny little jokes in here, and I've already, I think, figured out how they're going to do it in English, so I'll bring it up. Because there's so many Japanese-based jokes later on this episode. We'll get it. Guys, can we give me a...
Guys, give him a second.
Guys. So the stall lady asks Croco Roy to burn all her apples, but, guys... Dot says, we really don't want to be bringing attention to ourselves. He's sick. You don't want this Pokemon breathing all over your apples. You're going to get everybody sick. It's fine.
It's very funny, the idea of something that breathes flames being able to communicate any airborne illness.
Yeah.
So whatever's going through that thing's system would be just such a resilient virus.
That's a good point. Yeah, I learned about that on an Instagram reel the other day. How you get cold and then your mucus and then this virus comes in, and because normally the heat would kill it, but you're cold. Fritos continues to beat Carmine handily at stall games, so that's it. That's the final straw. Carmine demands a Pokemon battle instead. We cut back to the kids. There seems to be a line they've arrived at. It's a bunch of children waiting in line to have their feet fixed by everyone's favorite nurse, Molly. Also, guys, there's a Swinub, a Chingling, and all the Pokemon from before. And we get such a good joke here. It's traditional Japanese clothing. So they're wearing those shoes, the wooden shoes, called Geita. You know, like Hogeita or Achi-Geita.
Oh.
Such a good Japanese joke. And I think what they're going to do in English is, because it's Crocolore, they're all going to be wearing Crocs. Maybe they're going to do it.
This was like me. I was like the kids all lining up to get my feet fixed. In Vegas, I was wearing 4-inch heels. And we had to climb so many stairs.
What were you doing wearing 4-inch heels, Geese?
The only shoes I had that matched my outfit. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't believe you.
I was taller than Michael. It was fun.
No, she was not.
Yes, I was.
No, not when I choose on. At no point. Guys, all the escalators, all the elevators are out, and she's just in these heels.
I'm glad. I hope you changed your shoes before you were going near Steven, because he will say, oh, you just had surgery? It's only a little walk, and it's a 30-minute walk.
We did take a big walk from the Stratosphere to the Bonneville Transit Center. That was a big one.
I did not last long on those heels.
Yeah, she went back to change her.
Was this your first time? Oh, you should have called Raul. Was this your first time in Vegas?
Taylor, where were you 30 minutes ago?
She said yes.
Oh, okay. So
did you not hear Michael be like, this was her first time in Vegas?
There was a lot of information, Geese. I was... My mind was coming up with a lot of images with the Whataburger and the Waldorf Astoria, your little butler. I'm not thinking, oh, also, this was Geese's first time in Vegas.
Guys, all right, since we're taking a break in the middle of Pokemon, let me say one funny thing about Whataburger. I walk in there, and I was starting to get ready to order, and I was saying, okay, so I have free fries on my app, so how can I use this? And my boy said, here's the thing. We actually don't have any fries. And I said, my man. And he said, okay, listen. The truck's here right now, but don't tell anybody, because we're not allowed to tell people that it's about to be. And somebody comes to the back saying, what are you telling him? I'm just telling him. But they don't have, even though that location's been there for a while now, they still can't redeem the rewards. But my boy helped me out. He gave me free French fries, so we're okay. It's fine.
Also, I feel like this is really important window dressing for the experience of the Waldorf Astoria. It is right across from the fanciest stores. It's across from Dolce & Gabbana, Tom Ford, Tiffany. We are just eating our Whataburgers in the hotel room, looking out the window at these fancy places.
Yeah, with the spicy ketchup, big giant honking honey butter and honey barbecue. Anyway, back to Pokemon. Very amusing Soooo scene with because we got Roy. Since Crocolore is in Roy's body, all he can say is Achigeta. So it sounds to everybody else that Roy is just saying Geta, Geta, meaning the shoes. It's very good. Okay, we cut back to the Fritos versus Carmine battle. Matcha Gotcha, yells out Carmine, and it stings Captain Pikachu. Oh my god, that move heals Sinistcha. It also might burn Captain Pikachu. Using another Matcha Gotcha. But Captain Pikachu's too fast. He uses a Thunder Punch and knocks out Sinistcha.
Very quick little fight. I was kind of hoping they weren't going to have that.
Yeah, everything seems to be happening very quick in this episode. TBH. Meanwhile, back to the kids. They're sprinting towards a Machamp stall. Also, Geese Peep, there's some Vulpix over here.
I did not see the Vulpix.
There are two of them.
Weirdest part of this stall is that Machamp is only using 2 hands.
Guys, he needs the other hands to hand out stuff.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. Oreos is over here trying to fix the stove in the stall, but she can't do it. And Geese, it looks like they're going to have to close up shop. That's right, no yakisoba for anyone. Hoot Hoot is devastated. Poor baby Sawaddle, all he wanted was some yakisoba. Everybody's crying.
I would cry.
But wait, just 1 second. What if Crocolore used his fire to heat up the stove to prepare the food?
Also, it's so funny because each of these interactions they have with one of the adult members, like helping them, the kids are like, we really can't get distracted. And then cut to, how can we help?
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Classic Avatar: The Last Airbender, to be honest.
TBH.
TBH. Okay.
To be honest is what the kids are saying.
To be honest. To be honest sounds like a traveling snake oil salesman in one of those wagons. It's me, to be honest, and I'll sell you elixirs from here to Timbuktu. So Roy, inside of Crocolore's body, walks over to heat up the cooking apparatus. Here's the thing. Roy doesn't know how to breathe fire. He breathes fire all over himself.
It's just such a funny sequence.
It's funny. Guys, we got a little slapstick, little physical humor going on. Can you give me a break? Can you calm down? It's good. It's funny. But then Geese, little baby Crocolore in Roy's body, catches Roy in Crocolore's body and holds him, and he's so happy.
It's very cute.
I the way that Roy, Crocoroy, which one are we? Who are we calling what?
I hope there's even one person who can keep track of what I'm trying to say.
Royalore catching Crocoroy is such a good. I was watching Royalore thinking that's how I play goalie in water polo.
Royalore. And then we get some more Japanese jokes as Oreos or whoever the heck says, oh my god, why can't Crocolore control his flames? Are you okay? Is he all right? And then Crocolore in Roy's body yells out chiga, like achigeta, but chiga in Japanese means wrong. So she says, oh, I guess I'm wrong. Okay.
Oh,
very good.
I did not catch that. Yeah. So thank you for that context.
Did you guys see this shot of Roy in in Crocolore's body, just blank open mouth stare?
It's very funny.
Trying to tell Roy's body Crocolore what to do. This
is such a deeply hysterical episode.
Okay, so guys, here's what's gonna happen. Crocolore in Roy's body is going to teach Roy in Crocolore's body how to breathe his fire, and it's all down to just one Hungy's hoedown.
He's going to learn how to spit hot fire.
Oh, and he does it for a second, at which point Dot says, okay, we got the fire running, you better cook that yakisoba now, or get the noodles on the thing. And so he starts to do it, and oh my god, what a great team they are. Guys, they're even a great team swapped in each other's bodies. What a sweet message, Geese Peep.
I don't like yakisoba.
That's all right. I really like the Wooper shirt that this one kid who's eating yakisoba has, and it's very cool.
Wooper is such an undersung, adorable Pokemon.
He's not undersung, but yeah, he is great. Geese Peep,
What's up?
Did you see the child who walks away holding his mom's hand, and he says to his mother
that when he grows up, he wants to be a trainer and have a relationship like Roy and Crocalor.
That's right, Geese Peep. He says, I want to be a trainer when I grow up, and I want my partner Pokemon to be Crocalor. And oh my God, Roy and Crocalor in each other's bodies smile at each other and say, oh, doesn't that make you feel so nice? And they're so happy, and what a sweet, adorable moment.
You know what's real funny is that interaction has never happened with any of the trainers. It's only happened when they swap bodies.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, here's the Synchro Machine Man. He fixed it. It works now. Let's swap bodies again. Also, Dot and Liko are hiding in the bush watching the whole thing, and they scare them.
I love that they had this because it's like a very kid thing to do, to hide and watch it. And I love that they spent the time animating Liko coming out of the bush, hopping over the fence, and she's all disheveled. It was so cute.
Yeah, they'll have the leaves and sticks in their hair.
Yeah.
It's very funny. So I guess Roy and Crocalor swap bodies. Everything's fine. Oh, is it a fake out? Did they really? Because they both said Archigator and Crocalor to one another. You know, good jokes.
Yeah.
Immediately, Liko's first thought is, I want to try now too. Liko, I don't know if that's a good. So she runs over to hit the button with Florigato, and what happens, Geese Peep?
It explodes.
Oh no. Stopped working. Well, it's a darn good thing that Roy and Crocalor swapped back when they did, to be honest. Oh, God. And then there's like a funny little scene here where Dot is is her name Dot? Yes. Dot is reading the back of the Synchro Machine and says, oh, it clearly says that it's a Synchro Machine, and the man mishears her and thinks that this device is owned by a man named Row Machine, and he keeps crying, yelling, I'm so sorry I broke your device, Row Machine.
I was laughing so hard.
They had some little goofers on this writing staff, some little Osaka people probably. Then we cut to all the Rising Volt tacklers eating yakisoba by the main little Masui town, little dormitory city hall place. Carmine shows up again. Now she wants a ring toss rematch. But there's no time. We got to meet Briar. She's going to teach us even more about Terapagos. Geese Peep, turns out Carmine knows Briar. Who is she?
Her teacher.
Her homeroom teacher at the Blueberry Academy. Oh my God, and you're telling me she's at the Crystal Pool right now at the summit of Mount Oni as we speak in Kitakami?
Yeah, but you need permission from the groundskeeper, and he's not here right now. And then she gets cut off, and he's like, you can go.
Yeah, he opens the door, the little chief of the village or whoever, and he says, no, you guys are great. You helped my little daughter with her foot, put her some Band-Aids, and she's good to go. You guys go right up there. Sick.
Wish they had been there to help you, Geese.
Let's go. Let's go to the big pond. To be continued. And that's it. They're going to go to one of the 6 wonders of Kitakami next week, probably, you would hope. What's cool about that area, Taylor, is it's like a mini Area 0 on top of Oni Mountain.
Oh, and I have context for that because I've been playing Scarlet and Violet enough that I know Area 0.
Geese Peep, before we discuss our thoughts on this episode this week, please tell us what happens in Professor Frito's Seminar of the Week, this week featuring Sinistcha.
Sinistcha.
Yep.
2 more times, Geese.
Cha like tea, not jaw like the shark.
Why is it like
it's me,
Sinistcha
the shark?
Sinistcha.
Geese Peep, did you switch bodies with the Sinistcha?
Sinistcha? Okay, this week the Pokemon is Sinistcha, which is the matcha Pokemon.
Great flavor.
What, Taylor?
I said great flavor, matcha.
I thought you said grape, and I was like, what?
Oh.
That's a divergent species.
Yeah. This Pokemon has made a teacup its home, and if you drink its tea, it steals something from you. Do you know what it steals? Is it A, your memories, B, your sense of taste, or C, your life essence?
Your life essence.
Yes. It drinks, or it takes your soul. If you drink its tea, it sucks out your life essence and you'll lose your energy.
Man.
And then we get a animation of a Sincha and a
poltergeist.
A poltergeist, and they're swirling in their pots. Looks like they're having a little competition, and they offer Captain Pikachu their tea, and Captain Pikachu is like, guys, no.
They're in a very traditional Japanese room. There's a little Rowlet sculpture thing, probably a Japanese object that I'm not recognizing, that I'm a fool for not recognizing. There's also, it looks like there's a Poltergeist in the background, and then Sinish Cha and Poltergeist. They're very confusing names, guys. Can we give each other a break on these names for these tea Pokemon? They're all over. But they got the tatami mats, Geese Peep. They got the sliding door.
Oh, the sliding doors.
So
truly, sliding doors are truly my enemies.
Yeah.
Who likes sliding doors?
Every hotel has them, except for Venetian, that had real doors.
Yep.
For the bathrooms.
I wish there had been a real door Astoria.
Got him. Taylor, I lost my player rewards card 15 times at the Venetian. I just kept leaving them everywhere, and it was fun. It was good.
Did people run up and help you?
No, you can just print more at the machine. Hey, okay, let's discuss this episode of Pokemon. Where to begin? I mean, it was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. You're right that it is big Avatar Last Airbender. Energy, body swap episode, lots of fun, lots of cute, lots of sweet. You get Carmine wearing Kitakami. Guys.
I really like this episode because the kids gotta be little goofball kids. I liked Carmine. She had big Jessie energy, which I feel is very needed, honestly.
Guys, this is a great episode. Actually, now that I think about it, it has everything that you could possibly want. I think it's a 9.5 from me. I think.
Oh,
Taylor, well, what's it missing? It's cool. It's sick. It's funny. It's cute. It's silly. I'm laughing. What do you want from me?
It had a lot of personality of a lot of the different characters in it, which I really liked.
So many good jokes, Taylor.
I really liked that they gave the voice actor of a Pokemon the ability to speak dialogue.
That was so sick. I bet he was loving it. That is so sick. And Geese Peep, what do you think your score is for this week's episode?
I'll give it a 9.
9.0. All right.
The only issue that I had was, like, plausibility on the episode was super low, but if you put it in the context of goofy kids being silly, it jumps up. I was laughing so much. The only issues are plausibility and the fact that it has, I'm going to say, close to zero plot relevance.
Well...
Not a huge con.
We met Carmine, so
yeah.
Well, like, here's the thing. Like I said, it had big Avatar The Last Airbender vibes. And, you know, especially in the early season, the first season, they had, you know, their little side adventures that weren't really relevant.
Right. Yeah.
But it was fun, and it was relevant in the sense that it established the characters' personalities.
It's real rough to compare it to Avatar The Last Airbender just because that's such a show.
Yeah.
Taylor, have you since we last watched the episode, have you watched the intro and the outro in full?
I watched it last week.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Well, what I'm trying to say is if you watch the intro, you see Carmine and Kieran in there, so I'm thinking they're going to be main characters now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean,
Roman's younger brother has to be in there.
Yeah.
I really hope so, because like I said, we need that Jessie energy.
She needs that Jessie energy. Taylor, you're the holdout. We need a score.
I want to give it a good grade. I just keep thinking of, like, the place of this episode, how much I was laughing, how many cool designs there were. I don't know what the longevity is going to be in my mind. Like, I don't know how in a month am I going to be thinking about this episode. I'm still going to give it a solid 8.9.
8.9. Oh my God, so low. Okay, if you say so, Taylor, you'll regret it. You'll regret it.
I think I already do.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, guys. It's time for asking a question Asking multiple questions of the week. That's right. Our first question this week comes from Artie Fine with the subject line, mimic me, more like mimic you. I added more like, but he wrote mimics good. Artie Fine asks, what was your favorite costume, Halloween or otherwise, that you've ever worn? RD, parentheses, ditto, fine. Geese Peep, what's your favorite costume that you worn?
When I was in high school, I dressed up as Gandalf because I had a fake gray beard, and my friend Caitlin was Legolas.
So sick.
Legolas, the archer from
Lord of the
I thought you said my friend Kate was legless, and I was like, well, how does that play into this costume?
Taylor, what was your favorite costume?
No, I'm not done.
She's not done. Taylor, can you shut up for 1 second? She's talking.
Taylor,
I can't help myself.
Guys, look.
Listen.
When I was a freshman in college, was I extremely depressed?
Yes. What are you talking about? A freshman in college being depressed? That's crazy. Geese.
She wasn't playing Baccarat.
Obviously not. Did I come back home for Halloween and then put on my fake horse head mask and a tie and a suit and then carry around a briefcase looking like a workhorse and do trick-or-treating as a freshman in college? Yes. Was I immediately recognized by a neighbor? Yes.
How?
Do you remember how many kids in 2008 were wearing that horse mask, Taylor? In 2007?
Yeah, but with the suit and the briefcase. God. First of all, workhorse is a great costume. Don't let anybody tell you, especially not your stupid neighbor, tell you that that's a bad costume.
Oh,
second of all,
shut up and stupid a lot. What is the bad cuss word crew over here?
Yeah. Second of all, when you said that, I thought you were going to say you were BoJack Horseman.
That was before BoJack Horseman, right?
Oh.
No, it was probably during, but...
No, this is when she was in college 3.5 months ago.
Taylor.
Yeah. I got candy, which is fun.
My favorite costume, I don't know. I've dressed up a lot. I've dressed up a whole lot. I'm going to say the one that I got the best reception for was the one that probably required the least effort. It was just a big inflatable shark costume.
Sick.
That's it. It wasn't like the one from the Katy Perry video where it's like has a fuzz or something. It was just a nylon big inflatable shark, and I wore it actually for a Halloween event where we were holding a market. And I held up my arms the entire time.
Oh my God.
And I was leaning back, and Guncan was a scuba diver and I was an inflatable shark, and so many people took pictures with me. And I just kept thinking, this requires no effort.
Well, the hands up the whole time.
Yeah, and I was boiling.
Oh, no. That's a lot of effort.
What about you, Michael? My
favorite costume isn't a Halloween costume, but it's a costume I wore when I was in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, and I was the player, is the name of the character. And it's basically like a red mage outfit, Taylor. Just this big, giant red hat and a full suit and like a cape and these big, giant boots. And, like, there's a lot of acting people who will tell you it's when you put your shoes on that you feel in character. And I remember just waltzing around in that outfit. It was so much fun being on stage in that outfit.
That's very sick.
So much fun. I love that thing. So that is the answer to Artie Fine's question. Question number 2 comes from Shiny Sylveon with the subject line, "Who's a what's it?" Taylor, please read the message from Shiny Sylveon.
I know it's hard to pick. Too true. But if you were a gym leader, what type would your gym be, and what 6 Pokemon would be on your team? Also, if you could choose any gym leader to have a battle with, who would it be? I would choose Fairy, and I'd have Sylveon, Altaria, the Terra-type fairy, or Terra-type being Farah.
Farah? Versus Roadhog.
Terra-type being Fairy, Alolan Ninetales, Galarian Rapidash, Alcremie, Ruby Swirl Edition, and Zacian.
Guys, a gym leader with Zacian? Are we, who's kidding who here? What kind of gym leader are you, Shiny Sylveon? What, these poor children, these poor 8-year-olds gonna fight a Zacian?
I was reading the list and I was like, man, this is such a good gym leader. And I saw Zacian and I was like, Jesus Christ. Poor little, somebody coming up with like a level 30 Shuckle. You should fight against Station.
Yeah, I got my team right here. I got Mewtwo. I got Arceus. What do you want? What do you need? I got Eternatus, but that form he is in a game where it takes up the entire world.
Right, I will say, had you not picked Fairy, I would have also picked Fairy. It's a very sick type. A lot of diversity in the Pokemon designs and the utility, and that's a very good team. Very good. I like having Zacian in there, especially because that's one of the only hundos I have in Pokemon Go. All right. For my battle, I'd choose Grusha. Apologies to me. No apologies. If you want to fight and beat Grusha and teach him a little bit of humility, you go for it. I'm rooting for you. I'd be cool for our Altarias to battle. It'd be cool for our Altarias to battle together with different Terra types.
Very sick. All right, Geese Peep, let's hear your pokes.
I would also be a fairy gym type, and my team would consist of the following: Togekiss, Primarina, Mimikyu, Rabombi.
Yeah. I say Rabombi, but Rabombi is fine.
Dedenne, and Gardevoir.
Ooh,
good team.
Yeah, because they're all really cute and cool looking, but also they're dual type, so I have like a good spread of different types.
Very nice.
And she would battle
Misty, because I only know like 2 gym leaders off the top of my head, and Misty I have a lot of nostalgia for.
There you go. Taylor, your turn to answer the question.
So I would be a water type gym leader. Shocker. Shocker.
My type. Go ahead.
What else am I going to be? I spend like 60% of my life in water.
And I pick Squirtle. I pick Totodile, Mudkip, Piplup. The list goes on.
You can't just pick the starters.
Yeah, no, go ahead. No, that's not what I'm saying.
So I was trying to think about like where I would fit in because the water type gym leader is never the strongest in any of the games, to my knowledge.
Black and White 2. I want to say that they're the 8th gym leader.
Oh, right? Sick. So my team would be Golisopod, Toxapex, Skrelp. I know there's 2 of them there that have. So Toxapex and Skrelp both have a water and poison type, but I feel like because I'd be at the beginning of the game, they wouldn't want to throw too many dual typings at the player. And unfortunately, Dragalge, I don't think falls under water poison. I think it's poison dragon. Oshawott, because it's darn adorable. Azumarill, and Gastrodon, because I am such a big fan of Gastrodon. I don't know why. I just think it's so adorable. Golisopod, Toxapex, Skrelp, Oshawott, Azumarill, and Gastrodon.
Very sick.
All fun, all cute, nothing too outrageous. If you let me put in a legendary on there, I would probably put Kyogre.
No, we're not putting legendary. Well,
no,
he's the big whale, right?
He's kind of whale. He's no whale lord, but he is the legendary Pokemon. What gym leader are you playing, Taylor?
Believe it or not, I also picked Grusha because I hate Grusha so much, and I want him to suffer defeat.
Okay, I'll be water type, and guys, look, gym leaders very rarely have 6 full Pokemon, so I'm only picking 2 Pokemon. It's gonna be Kabutops.
Are you gonna go Relicanth?
Ooh,
for double fossil?
I do have an attachment to Relicanth because he was great in my Mew Scoops deck. He was very sick.
Everybody loves Mew Scoops.
It's a very good deck. I loved it. And you know who else I'm going to pick?
Who?
No, we're going to believe this one.
Are you scrolling through the entire Pokedex?
Yes, I am.
We all had so much time to prepare. Geese is on her phone talking about cheesecake with her friend. I have to pull up a different doc, and you have to look at the whole Pokedex.
There's only 1,000. I got it, guys. Come down.
Just pick Kabutops and Relicanth and just say that's enough.
No. You're getting it.
That's the first one you said. That's the only one you picked.
No, I'm picking. Just
Hey, I'm picking here.
Oh, fresh pickings.
Do you want to borrow one of mine? Maybe Oshawott, because it has a little shell, and Oshawott's like the cutest Pokemon in the world.
Oshawott's in your team? If you wrote it down. All right. Let's do Kabutops and Palafin hero form. Only 2 Pokemon, and if I'm going to battle a gym leader, I'm going to certainly make sure I have an easy time of this gym leader. So I'll battle Flannery because that's a fire-type gym leader, and that'd be an easy battle.
Easy on your Kabutops.
Yep.
Isn't Kabutops rock type as well?
Yep, rock and water.
That's unfortunate.
No, it's great. I'm going to have a real easy time.
Rock is weak to fighting.
Fighting? What are you talking about fighting?
You said that's a fighting gym type leader.
I said that's fire.
Oh.
Because I'm having an easy time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, everyone, for your questions. It's time for the wrap-up. Geese Peep, please rip and roll with the wrap-up time. Ripping and...
Let her rip! Or
let
whatever
rip.
They said. What did they say in Beyblade?
Yeah.
Beyblade, let
Rip
her
it.
rip.
Was it let her rip?
Twist it.
I don't know.
Twist it. Spin it.
Bop it. Yank it.
Hello. Guys, thank you for listening. You can find us on social media at Look Listen Cast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and comment so more people can find us. Also, thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shouts out to Professor Ticklebits for the website and the
boilerplate.
Thank you to all our supporters. You can support us by going to looklistencast.com or looking at the link on the podcast feeds. Also, much like Shiny Sylveon and RD Fine, you can send a question to looklistencast@gmail.com. Please do that. Please recommend this podcast to your friends, nephews, nieces, grandmas. There's no swear words. Anybody can listen. And now, Geese, you have to say goodbye 3 entire times. Taylor saying goodbye once.
Goodbye.
I'm going to say goodbye. I guess we got to do more Liko and Roy and no fun Chansey Poketoons next week.
We can do Chansey Poketoons.
We'll think about it. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.